This is the moment.
The Bachelorette is back. And the power
I'm gonna fall in love.
is in Jen's hands.
And I'm gonna do it my way.
ABC Monday.
Everything about her is great.
I feel so special.
Jen's looking like a queen.
My men are very, very hot.
Someone call 911. You are looking so fired.
This is the beginning of a new era.
The Bachelorette. All new Monday, 8/7 Central on ABC. And stream on Hulu.
What's up, Man Dog Pod listeners? Thank you so much for tuning in to today's free episode. If you want to hear the full episode, it's available over on our Patreon, patreon.com/YourTheManNowDog. We've got full episode audio and video for everything we've done, a huge archive of tons of fun stuff with all your favorite comedians. Check it out today. Once again, that's patreon.com/YourTheManNowDog. Thanks so much, and have a great day.
You are the man now, dog. 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 You are the man now.
Hi.
Hi. That was such a good intro.
Hi.
Hi.
Trying to get out of my performative intros.
Yeah, that's good.
Sometimes I feel too performative.
Mm-hmm.
It's not
You
how I
are
talk.
fully correcting it. This isn't a performance.
Too far
at
the
all.
other way? What do you think?
I don't know. It's intimate. They're
Not
hearing
entertaining?
how it's working, you know?
I'm Dan Lippert. That's Ryan Rosenberg.
Hello.
Ryan and I were up late watching Kendrick Lamar last night.
Mm-hmm.
And then reading people tweet about it. That's
Yes.
what I was doing, at least.
Yes.
And I was impressed. There was that point where he was just bringing everyone on stage, and he just let the audience sit for 5 minutes.
Mhm.
He's like, let's get everyone up here.
I sat through it. Yeah.
Do you know how desperately I would be talking to a microphone in front of 20,000 people during
Wait.
No silence means they don't like me.
Oh, you're saying that out loud?
Yes.
Yeah.
And speaking of silence, we don't want to leave them in silence anymore. We're very happy to have our guests today. We've been having a lovely chat already. Both first timers, I believe, on the Man Dog Pod.
Wow.
Punam, Patel, hi.
Hi.
Thanks
Welcome.
for being here.
Thanks for having me. I'm very excited. It's a beautiful room.
Oh, thank you. The curtains do a lot of the heavy lifting. It's an ugly room without them. And Mary Sohn. Hi, Mary.
Hi.
Perfect.
Did I do too
That
much?
was a little too much.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm going to direct everybody down for the whole episode. Just a
Okay.
little
Great.
less. Just for the
Nap
whole
time.
episode, let's just throw it away.
Yeah, okay.
You know, we'll just throw it away.
Less. You
Yeah.
got it.
Yeah.
The only direction I ever get.
Throw away the audition tape.
Less, yeah. We threw it away.
Yeah.
Did you all watch the stream? The Kendrick Lamar's pop out?
I've seen some clips. I've seen the clips, and I've seen people posting from the concert.
Mm.
All very interesting.
You have friends
content.
that were there?
I feel like everyone on Instagram's not a friend, but I know a lady who took her sons.
She's not a friend, but I know a lady.
I know a lady who took her sons, and her sons were having a great time.
Lucky sons.
Yeah, rapping
that's
along.
nice.
I'm like,
That's
where do you go
nice.
from there? Damn. You go there to Dan being like, wait. Please stay with me.
That was my only criticism. They did need one really nervous white guy on stage. That would have been nice.
It could have been me.
Yeah.
I was wearing my clown outfit in the very back.
Right.
So let's see. What we were talking about, there's a new season of Couples Therapy.
Woot.
And I think we were heavy in the couples therapy conversation during the pandemic.
Surely we mentioned it.
You
yeah.
and I.
Yeah.
But it hasn't come up because it hasn't been on.
Season 4.
Season 4.
Whole new cast of characters. Same Orna.
Same Orna. Same dog?
Same dog.
Same
Okay.
dog.
Oh, thank God.
Pupples.
And that dog is not growing up. It's going to stay tiny.
I know.
Isn't that
what
cute?
a sweetie.
So cute.
I've
Did
never
you
seen
think
it
was
blink.
good?
I'm only on season 1, but I am like, does a dog ever blink? That dog got some big unblinking eyes. It's always just like,
My favorite thing is learning what other people observe that I would have never noticed.
Mm-hmm.
Watching
It's
it
like
one
a
frame
cute
at
little
time.
puppy. It's like very little. why isn't that fucking dog blinking?
Yeah, it almost looked fake at one point. That's why I was like, who cares about these people? What's going on with the dog? Yeah, trauma. Yeah. But look at the eyes. Yeah.
What I'm asking is for you to, did you hear your partner? Can you repeat what they asked from you? No, the dog is not blinking.
You're going to notice it now, though. I mean,
yeah.
I'm only on season 1. Maybe he gets better, but he gets better.
So he does have a problem. You're sure of it.
He has glasses by season 4. He got cute as hell. Season 1, he got LASIK and it didn't take. That's why
All
he's
he's doing is blinking.
Orna's like, okay, what's going on here?
What's going on here? Right? Give a blink from time to time.
Orna, talk to the dog.
Yeah, Orna.
What do you like about Mary? I'll start with you because I know you're a huge fan.
God dang.
Most memorable character. Let's start there. And I know we've talked about this, so I have a guess. But
Oh, I'm excited to hear who that is. I think most memorable is season 1, Mao.
it's Mal. Okay.
Because I do think, like, even with the other seasons where you're like, oh, this guy is clearly problematic, he won't change, Orna gets in there. And Mao, even though he might start to dip a toe in, he never does.
Mm-hmm.
I always thought that was really intense.
And Mao's thing was that he was like a stereotypical like New York finance bad man, right? Is that like?
And
what
like
Is
we-
he the one with the older lady lovers?
Yes.
Like in
I
youth,
forgot
right?
about
Right?
that.
Yes.
Oh, in youth.
Yeah.
Yeah, in youth, in
Yes,
youth.
that's what they reveal. That kind of explains his
Yeah.
individuality, I guess.
Yeah.
He's like a very clear narcissist who like can't let anybody else's view of things be true. It's very interesting.
We were talking about it beforehand, but that's how I learned how like. But now I use it for improv where it's like, oh, it's genius. You introduce a character that we hate because we don't know him. We just know how he behaves. Then you explain why he's that way and you go like, oh, okay, I empathize. But then you show him being even worse. And you're like, no, I still hate him because he won't change. It's like amazing to watch happen.
Yeah.
It's incredible because he can't help himself.
Mhm.
Like, it takes a real demon to hear your partner suffering and then just stand up and just walk
Yeah.
around the space.
Mhm.
Oh, that's right. Where he just got
Yes.
up and paced around. Have
What
you
a
seen that one?
psycho.
Yeah.
I did. I saw the one where he also just, I thought it was mid-conversation. He just got up and left. And I was like, was that the end of the session? Because there was no like, all right, that's our time or nothing
Right.
like that. She like made this huge revelation with him and he was like, yep, well, and then just like got up. And then the
Yes.
wife was like, can I give you a hug?
Yes.
And I was like, this is so sad.
It's also fascinating that he's so. It doesn't even seem like he's trying to be mean. He just like cannot access any sort of
No.
real feelings.
Yeah.
It's so fascinating to see him in the room with two women that are like really trying to get into the emotions, and he's like, me too, but totally not. Like it's just fascinating.
It was
Yeah.
educational for me to an extreme extent of like, oh, when I think I'm being like smart and understanding what everyone's going to say or do, and that's like somehow a skill, it's actually like really pushing everyone away and unimpressive at all. It's like all from hiding from yourself. And that's like what he's doing. He's like, I know what she's going to say. I knew you'd say that. Like he needs to be right more than he needs to be like seen.
Right.
And
Good
it's
point.
a crazy defense mechanism that I had to be like, I have that in me.
Mm-hmm.
The thing
That-
about him that's killing me is it made me realize I think smirking is despicable. I think it's disgusting. I'm rewatching House of the Dragon season 1 and like Daemon Targaryen is also always smirking, and then I watch Couple Therapy and that guy's always just like smirking when his wife is saying like the saddest, most tragic things. And I'm like, what's that like? I don't know if I've ever smirked like that.
Yeah.
Ugh.
What is that? What does it mean? Like he's kind of like smiling and not
He's like-
present. Yeah.
It's almost like above it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But it's like half a smile.
Yeah.
It's very confusing.
Oh, smirking is very upsetting.
Yeah.
It is
Sure, I've done
confusing
it
because
too.
you can tell that they're thinking the opposite of what they're showing. Like they're mad at you, but they're going,
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to tell you, but I got a whole other thing going on or something.
Like this season in the throuple, the guy does a lot of smirking, and Orna calls him on it, and he's like, "No, I'm not taking pleasure in it." And she's like, "You are." So
Ooh,
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like punishing her for like leaving for too long. He's like, that's how I felt. So enjoy it. Enjoy your pain. And he's like, so you're punishing her? He's like, no, I'm not punishing her. I'm just like making her feel what I felt. And she's like, yeah, that's what that is. I love when she just tells the truth at people.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. I got to know who your favorite character is.
I really love them all, and I see little things in me in all of them, which is so fascinating,
right.
especially people that I think are going to be so different from me. And I'm
Yeah.
like, oh my gosh, how do we,
Yeah.
my favorite characters, who are they? I don't know. I don't know that I have a favorite. I think I'm fascinated by how they're all kind of different and all the same. Like, I'm fascinated by how even the smartest people are not able to actually hear the other person.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like, even the smartest person still needs a note.
Yeah.
And you think there's a right and a wrong person in each one, and it's like, it's just not working because you're both not listening, like, which is fascinating.
Well said.
Mm,
You want to hear something absolutely sick?
Oh God, here
Yes.
comes the smirk.
absolutely.
Oh,
Ah, he's licking his lips. Look at his chops.
I think if I did that show, I would come off really good.
No,
I'll tell you, I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it.
Yeah, Brian can see it. Orna's gonna see it. Okay? Why do you think that?
I think I want to be called on my shit by a partner, and I want to own it and accept it.
Mm-hmm.
And I also want to hear what other people are going through. Like, I need to know where I stand with people, and not knowing is hard for me.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think I would be kind of good at that. Like, and I know it's not a game. That's like my gut shadowy feeling that I'm not like proud of, but it is true.
There's a guy on this season who his partner is like really critical. Instead of like asking for what she needs, she's really critical of his like bad performance or whatever. And then he will like really eloquently be like, when you compare your abilities and my abilities, it's only to make me feel bad. And I don't like to be communicated with that way. And it's like really good with all the language. And then she'll kind of still be frustrated, and he'll go like, Orna, did you see how well I just did there? I just laid this shit down perfectly.
No.
And he's doing it like with a smile, like he's joking, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? But he is like, look, I'm trying. Like, it's just him trying to be like, I'm doing a good job. But it's very funny. Like, he's doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
He can't not do it. It's very funny.
It's very sweet. And you can tell that she likes them, that couple. She likes queer couples often, which is really nice to see. And then, oh boy, the people she doesn't like.
really
You know
funny.
it. And you're
Yes.
like, ooh, they're in trouble.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And she's so fair about who she doesn't like.
Agreed.
Like, I thought it was going to be like, oh, she's going to hate all the like mean men. And it's like, no, she's mad at everybody who deserves it.
Yeah.
Which is great. Which is really great. It's a nice thing to see.
Do you think, on the spectrum of how you imagine you would be perceived if people watched you in couples therapy, do you think it would be like really, you would be hated? Do you think you would be messy? Or do you think you would be understood?
It's a good question.
I think.
Not to put you on the spot in front of strangers.
Oh no, I'm not gonna say I would be beloved, but I don't think I'd be hated. I think I'd be kind of like, okay, ma'am, that's a lot. Chill out. I also think I feel like I've been in enough therapy where I would have the language of it all, and I'm a recovering people pleaser. So I feel like I'd be trying to like please mommy, aka the therapist, the whole time. And the minute she like defended my partner, I'd be like, it'd be a lot of crying, a lot of ugly crying. I love to cry. So I think at first people would be like endeared to me, and then they'd be like, oh my God, shut up.
You'd lose the room.
I'd lose the room. I'd be like, I can't even hear her through her snot.
Have you guys done couples therapy in real life? Anybody?
No, but I've always been like such a fan of it, like the idea of it. And I always was like, because every couple benefits from it no matter what, even when they're in the best place. I really believe that. And then I heard Orna the Queen herself say that that's not true. That's sometimes it's not the right time for certain couples. And if you're not working on something specific, that it's not that helpful. I was like,
interesting.
And I'm wrong. And she dunked right on my head. I'm wrong.
That is interesting.
You went down like Patrick Ewing, and Orna just Scottie Pippened you right in the face.
Orna, please.
Just trying to be smart with you here.
Wait, so is she saying you should only go to couples therapy if there is like a big issue? Like you shouldn't go for maintenance?
I don't
or like
think it's not
premarital? something?
I think she was just basically like, don't just come for the sake of being like, well, we want to be healthy. But if there's not things that you can't work out on, or if you're working it out, then it's actually like kind of indulgent, I guess.
Like, don't come just to have her tell her you're doing a good job.
We want affirmation.
Right. Feels like going to church to be like, and aren't I good for this now?
Yeah.
It's like, no, you should do it because you believe in it, not because you want compliments or whatever.
Have you been
I have, yeah. And I did it for a while, and it was really educational, I will say. It was hard as hell because, like, you are forced to look at the things that you don't want to look at, or that you think that, like, well, my partner's being unreasonable in this way and I'm reasonable in this way. And it's like, well, that doesn't matter. It's still your partner and you have to learn how to care about their feelings. And you're like, I don't really want to do that.
Yeah. Do they give you rules? I always wonder if it's about couples therapy where it's like, and don't talk about this outside of therapy. Like, you only can talk about this when there's a third party. And did you abide by those rules?
Yes. For a while, it was like, it seems like we're struggling with the same issue for a while. So just don't talk about it unless we're here. Have the rest of your relationship and have a blast. But like, just don't get into it. You need help in this area. And so that was like, okay, great. We can drop it, which was nice. That relationship didn't end up working out, but it was a really good life experience of just like having to see yourself through the eyes of another, I think. You know, like when you're in a disagreement with your partner, it's like, well, I think this way, I think this way. And there's no like voice of reason there, kind of. So just having that third party is like really clarifying, which I think is good.
Oh, and do you feel like through couples therapy, you were able to know if that relationship should go forward?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Just like you end up sort of being like, well, I guess these are my core values. I guess these are the things I want. And, you know, you just, both people are either like ready to change and make it work, or like, I don't think I want to change in that way, you know? So I think it is like a sort of sunlight is the best disinfectant kind of thing, where it's just like, what is the truth? Like, we're just ultimately trying to get to how do you really both feel?
And now, insurance-wise, who was in charge of the copay, or did you guys Venmo each other?
We just paid. I think we would like switch off weeks of just paying for it.
But you guys
I love
had
to know
that public,
logistics.
and that was
It was
uncomfortable
messy.
for all of
It was
us. We're like,
really
we don't need to
messy.
know
Yeah,
that.
transactions.
Venmo was really what the whole thing we were in there for. Our messy public Venmo.
Honestly, we've talked about this before. When we see like couples on Venmo and they've been together for years, and it's like, here's $10 for pizza. I'm like, you can't cover her pizza? Still doing this?
It must be in the zeitgeist. This came up yesterday on our podcast. Someone else said the same thing. And so it must be, it is like a very, you learn things that you didn't need to know in a sense, and you create judgments that may or may not be true, but it is like, this
Quit
doesn't
nickel and
need to be
diming each
everyone-
other. Yeah. Like, you live together, right?
Right.
You split a mortgage, split the pizza, or just, it's weird.
I found we have the same therapist, Ryan and I.
Cute.
And I found her on Venmo. I didn't find her. I pay her on Venmo.
Oh, okay.
But then realized that I could look at her friends. And so I was like, okay, who do we have here?
Oh, that's interesting.
So that's why you didn't go to sleep last night.
I mean, it was at night. It was during the pandemic when there was no reason to go to sleep. But it was like just sitting in bed being like, whoa, this stand-up. She's friends with a stand-up? Like that. Or maybe she's her therapist. But why won't she friend me on Venmo? Because you won't accept my friend request. So I started looking through to see if you and our friend Joel was friends with her.
Oh, that's fascinating.
But they still show up in the transactions, right? Even if
Her
you're not
transactions aren't public.
Oh, that's professional.
Yes.
That's professional.
But
I was paying her straight Apple Cash via text.
I wasn't. It
Wow.
stopped working for some reason. So I had to move to Venmo.
Yeah.
Have you been in couples therapy?
No. No. We've done it's just information to say publicly. Our comedy group has seen a couples therapist together to work on just like getting on the same page about something.
I love that.
He like works
Wow.
with businesses and whatever to try to get the communication better, sort of, or something like that. It was helpful.
But it was like 2 months, so nothing to like an extent in a romantic relationship now.
But could you delve into like real stuff in that setting?
In what?
In the group setting like that?
Oh yeah, we're pretty good at. Would you say we are relatively good at it? I think, but it's good to have a reason and a mediator.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think we harbored like maybe some resentments that was just nice to be able to share. Like we talk about most stuff, but then there was some stuff that was clearly like not being said, I feel like.
Yeah. We don't have a thing where we like sit down at a dinner and like go like, so how are we all feeling about things? So
Yeah.
that like that was a nice thing to have the space for that.
Mhm.
Well, because you kept telling everybody to Venmo you.
Yeah,
I was
that
like,
was the
I had all slice, Dan. God.
All right, well, we'll talk about this in therapy, which is your turn to pay for, I think.
Yeah, you're definitely supposed to use that as a threat for sure. Okay, it's going on the list.
I have no scene ideas, but I'm ready
Me
to do
either.
some scenes.
Okay.
Man.
I love your little fish vases.
Oh yes,
They're
and
cool, right?
feel free. I don't know if you can hear it over there. Feel free to give yourself a pour. You'll hear a little glug glug.
Oh, sweet. That's very
Gluggers.
cute. Is there a name for this?
Gluggers. They're called gluggers
For real? That's
because they make that
cute.
glug glug glug
That's
sound.
cute.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Courthouse Interiors. It's a British company.
Courthouse
That's what I got that
interiors.
from. Yeah.
Why is
Weird.
that their name?
What?
No idea.
There's no decorations in a courthouse.
No.
I'm also imagining that glugging noise during a trial. Quiet. Your Honor. Glug, glug, glug.
He looks really nervous and
Yeah.
thirsty.
We just got a
Glug,
new
glug,
line
glug.
of vases in.
The whole jury passing it around.
Glug, 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 glug.
Keep going, keep going.
Longest trial of all time. Yeah, how do we do a couples therapy thing?
Well, thanks for seeing us today. I know. I don't know if it's normal. Do you see Throuples usually, or?
I see kind of everybody who wants to be here. I don't really specialize in any type of relationships, just sort of relationships in general.
And I see the cracks. I'm sorry, can we just jump right in?
Sure.
I'm miserable.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that's a good reason to come. That's a good reason to be here, and I'm
Yeah.
thankful that you shared that.
Well, I'm sure I'll get punished later for being too direct.
Okay, well, the thing is, like, I feel very happy, so I just gently suggested the person that's miserable could just exit the throuple, and then the happy
Okay,
people could
okay.
stay. And I
Right.
didn't mean to be hurtful about
Oh,
that.
God, here she goes.
I did it. It's allergies. And I didn't mean to be hurtful about that. It was just a suggestion. And if I can't give my suggestion, it's like, why are we even in America?
Well, thank you for sharing that. That's a very. I hear you. Yeah.
And
how
I'm
are you
solid
feeling?
and stable.
You are.
Yeah, I'm just kind of the rock here for both of them. As you can see, they're both kind of.
Yeah, we're flopping in the wind.
Yeah.
Self-identified that way. Okay. Well, I don't think. Okay, that's fine, and I appreciate that, and thank you for sharing. I'd love to get into more of what that means, but why don't we start with your guys' names? We came in pretty hot.
Yeah, right.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Sorry. I'm Sean.
Sean, nice to meet you.
Trina.
Trina, nice to meet you.
And I'm Sean as well.
And Sean, nice to meet. Okay, so I see where that could be interesting.
Yeah.
Do you ever
It's
have any name
curious.
problems?
Um,
Sorry, I shouldn't just pitch. I shouldn't just be pitching relationship issues for you guys. I apologize.
Yeah, no, actually, that's not an issue for us as well because this Sean's more of like a harder on the sh, and this Sean's a harder on the n. So
Oh, I
Sean
see.
and Sean.
Oh, okay.
super easy. It's like,
Yeah.
I don't know if English is your first language, but I've learned a few languages. And in some of them, it's a lot about intonation and stuff like
Oh,
that.
that's so interesting. Where did you learn your languages?
School and traveling with my father. And
Okay.
yeah, that's about it.
Great. And where did you attend school?
Army brat, so on bases and stuff like that.
I see. So the father thing, you kind of
It's
mentioned
fine.
him under your breath there. That's interesting. How do you feel about your father?
Good.
Sean, please dig.
Sean.
I'm emotionally fine. She's miserable. She cries all the time. I'm fine. It's like my mom and me, and it's just fine. I just take care
Well,
of
how
them.
would you guys describe the relationship? Are we all in a relationship together, or are you both in a relationship with Sean?
Well, I guess yeah, her and I started together first, and then he kind of joined us. So we were, I guess, the original members of the band. And
I like
we
that.
just thought our music could use a little percussion.
And I came in like, well, I guess not like Fergie because she's not a percussionist, but I kind of came in, I would say. That's when we kind of,
Yeah.
things started really cooking. They
And
had
yeah.
something really special
You're
here,
more of
but-
the Will I Am. I would say.
Am I allowed to disagree openly?
Of course. Yeah.
He's very successful. He has his own sunglasses brand.
And why don't you want to be Will.i.am? Why do you want to be Fergie?
She's more famous to me. It's the bigger name, and she's the one that entered the band late. I guess
That's
it's just
very
because it's
interesting.
what I suggested, and I'd like for my suggestion to be what everyone agrees is the truth all the time. That's
Well,
normal.
Okay.
And you sing the national anthem like her.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
I'd love to hear it. That was a great rendition.
Well, I'm just doing what he always does.
I mean, it's a 9-minute rendition. If we can prorate that 9 minutes, I'm fine with that. But I don't want to pay for it.
Maybe at the end. I don't have a session after this. So at the end, if we feel like doing that, we could. I'd love to hear your guys' rendition of the national anthem. That sounds really nice.
Well, I'd like to talk about the way we make decisions in this relationship.
Sure.
If that's okay. I don't want to take over.
You are. You are. We were talking about how they started the relationship, and then you butted in, and then you said that
Still
you'd
haven't
like to run
determined who's
things.
Fergie.
But I don't want to take over. I just did
Okay,
it by
good.
accident.
Okay,
but
then
it
we
wasn't
won't.
on
If you
purpose.
didn't
we
want
won't.
to, you wouldn't. That's the
Very
thing. If you
interesting.
don't want to do things, you don't do that. Oh boy.
Wow.
Um,
And how are you feeling about seeing your partner express such?
she's
Tender
really
emotion.
sad. Yeah.
How are you feeling?
Bad for her.
Okay, that's good. What does that mean? Bad for her?
It's bad. It's I don't want it to be happening. The crying stuff. Like,
That means a lot.
thank you.
That means a lot to me.
Yeah, that makes you feel good that he cares about your feelings.
It
That was a sweet
does.
little air kiss.
Thank you. And in that way, I feel like you are being Fergie. Because she's quite the sensitive one of the group, I would say. She's the mother.
True.
She's the nurturer.
True.
But at the same time, over the years, she's become barely recognizable to some of us.
Whoa.
Oh, slam.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, I guess I'm still pissed over here. Like, you're going to do an air kiss and not have me in there too? Like, I thought that was the whole point, that we do everything together.
It went through me to you.
Well, I didn't feel a damn thing.
Wow. And
And I put my lips out.
do you feel like that's a pattern in the relationship? Love not quite making it around to you?
Right. You know, of course, it started just the gals. And then as things got worse and worse, we said, you know what? Let's add a... Oh, my God.
You okay?
Me? Yeah.
Your partner was talking and getting in, really sharing something intimate for the first time in the session. You screamed. You pretended to clear your throat.
I had something in my
No, you didn't. I just saw you drink a glass of water, a full glass.
Dr. Weitz, you are so observant. Because he'll do that growl bullshit at home, and no one's there to call him out.
Right. Right. And that's okay. I mean, maybe this is where you learn about that. This is a space for all of us to learn about each other and sometimes about ourselves. So
Just keep my throat full then if there's something in my throat, no matter what.
this is a fake voice. This is a fake voice. I'm sorry. This is a fake voice. You fake cleared your throat. I would love to hear what Sean had to say.
I don't think you clear your throat because it's full of anything. Like, I don't think, like, scientifically or biologically, that's why we clear our throats. I think it's more of an irritation that's occurring.
Well, she's a nurse. RN.
I am an RN.
So she has some knowledge.
I work in palliative care.
Very good. Nice. That's a good career.
Yeah, it's not the most uplifting, but it gives me really good perspective.
Oh, God. Take a Claritin. Jesus. Dr. Weiss, I just really appreciate, like, can I call it a date? Can I call it a date? Just kind of you and me?
No.
Okay.
What are you saying?
Oh, just like you said that you thought it would be really effective if I sort of had my own session. So I just thought it was pretty forward, but I'm flattered.
Yes. No, I guess I'm flattered as well, even
I
though
don't
I
blame you.
definitely shouldn't be. But I'm here to help you with your relationship, but not to start a new one. So I do have to put a boundary there.
But what'd you guys talk about?
Well, I would ask a lot of questions about you.
Right. I'm not at liberty to say what we talked about, of course. Client.
Doesn't that, like, rule not apply if the client's in the room?
Well, I'm not going to talk about it. I'm not going to talk about any other sessions because we're here to
Will
talk
you
about
just
you
let
guys.
us read the notes then?
Wow, bonding that would be.
Yeah. I could read
I
it
asked you not
aloud.
to talk like that, Sean. But Sean,
So I'm feeling okay. So I feel like I'm getting a lay of the land here with the relationships. I'll say this. Everybody seems pretty difficult. But I think that's a great place to start, because if we all know that we all have something to work on, we can maybe have a little bit of compassion for ourselves and for the other person.
Well, it was nice to meet you on that Field app. I was curious when I started it about going on dates, and thanks for meeting me at this restaurant. It's my first one.
You are so much taller than I thought.
Oh, yeah. I don't put my height because I like to surprise people.
Yeah, but you took all the pictures with you on your knees? It's so creative.
Yeah, I want to really trick people before they see me, and then it's like a pleasant surprise.
You're a jokester.
You noticed the belly. That was a pillow also.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
That is fun.
Thank you.
Really fun.
And yeah, I definitely interested in marriage, but I know you're in a kind of situation. I don't know how to describe it, but I just wanted to put that out there. Eventually, that's kind of where I'm at.
I feel like a marriage is hierarchical by nature. So I think that's why I've always been a little turned off by it. But you're starting to make it sound pretty great.
Immediately. Thank you. Wow.
Yeah.
I feel great about that. Now, do you mind? They're going to ask for like an upsell on the guac with the chips and salsa. I'm fine with just chips and salsa.
Oh, no. Yeah. I don't need it. I don't, because they're going to ask if I want to take the souvenir glass home. And no, I don't need another one.
Oh, my God. Yes. Oh, another. So you have a lot?
Yeah. Well, because they fooled me, but not anymore.
I love the mindset. At restaurants like this, you have to be vigilant with them because they're trying to take your money at any given moment.
That's it.
Hola, welcome to Rachel's. I see you guys are already set up with your margs. No salt on this rim. Interesting. Can I get you guys started with some chips and guac?
No. Not at all.
Okay, well,
and we won't be having any refills either, Rachel.
All right. Well, the chips are complimentary.
Well, then bring them on, Rach.
Okay, and the guac is just an extra $2.50 more. So, no one wants a dry chip. Okay, I'll go ahead and fire that guac up for you guys. I'll give you guys some time to look over the menu. We are having a couple specials. It is Taco Friday. We do things a little differently around here, and all the tacos are fried. Filled with French fries as well. It's a kind of a Midwestern take on a classic Mexican fave. My personal favorite is the gobbler salad.
Whoa.
It's kind of like if we were having Thanksgiving in Mexico on a bed of fresh, crisp romaine. Okay, I'm gonna let you guys marinate on that. I'll get the guac fired up, and I guess I'll keep the margs coming. You guys are cute. Adios.
You guys, did you hear that Rachel got tackled?
What?
Yeah, some couple got freaked out about the guac or something, and Rachel got mugged.
On the floor?
On the floor.
That's crazy.
They don't pay us enough. They don't pay us enough. It's a risk what we do here.
You didn't get tackled?
What? No, but I mean, it's a risk what we do here.
We're in the back of house. We're not that much at risk. You're always trying to make a political thing out of everything.
We got to unionize on this one. Right?
Shut up, Wayne.
Oh, you guys.
Rachel, are you all right?
Rachel, the namesake of this restaurant, Rachel's.
Oh my God, are you okay? You're covered in salsa.
When my parents were letting me inherit this business, I was just like, let me work the floor. I want to work every position so I can really run the company well, but I just don't think I'm cut out for it.
That is so proletariat of you.
Wayne!
Wayne, dude.
Stop.
We don't know. You don't even know what you're talking about. That is so proletariat of you. I don't even know that word, but it doesn't sound like you used it in the right context.
Okay, my bad. I'm just
You
saying
work the fry station, right? You just do
and
fries.
I know you're getting slammed because it's Friday.
Yeah, we got to talk, by the way, about Taco Friday because that weighs heavily on me. I do not sleep Thursday nights.
Why? Because of the stress?
Yes.
But
because he's got to get the oil boiling by 1 a.m.
No, what?
Renee's getting tackled. I'm barely.
Rachel, the namesake of the restaurant. You know what?
My middle name's
I'm
Renee.
a coworker,
okay.
but you're fired. You're fired. This is crazy. Rachel, will you fire him? You're covered in salsa, but you still have power. Rach.
I feel pretty powerless right now. Can one of you? Okay, Dwayne, can you just go out there and check on that couple, please?
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
Thank you
no
so
problem.
much.
No
Be
problem.
careful.
Shut up, bro.
What if the two of us drank out of the same water with the same straw?
Oh my God! Like the dog and the cat, the ones in the alley with the spaghetti.
We're gonna Lady and Tramp this water.
Yes, Lady in the Tramp. Let's Lady in the Tramp it.
Hello,
What did you
lovebirds. How's everything going out here? Everything's a mess. Your table's really a mess.
Well, we put a couple napkins on top, so I think that did it.
Okay,
it's
yeah,
fine.
I'll have a buster come over and clean this up for you.
Please.
Is everyone okay? Everybody feels safe and
Yeah, we got it out of our system, I think.
okay. Well, let's try to have the rest of the meal go nice and smooth. Obviously, we need the money, so we're gonna let you guys stay, and we are gonna bring out another guac for you, $250.
Is this about me sending back the fish?
No, it's about tackling Rachel.
Oh.
It's about knocking the namesake of this restaurant down.
Whoa.
Yeah. Sir, you need to have more decorum here. That's my friend.
Whoa, sounds like someone's got a massive crush.
Oh, good read.
No,
Do you
no.
love Rachel?
No, that's my coworker and my friend, and you guys are the weird ones here. You tackled a waitress and covered her in salsa.
And you came out and defended her like I feel like the Joker in that moment in Dark Knight where he goes, "Now I know why you jumped after her so fast," and he realizes Batman's in love with Maggie Gyllenhaal.
That's your moment. That's your moment of the movie that you see crystal clear. You're the scariest person I've ever met. Oh my God. All right, I'll be right back.
How'd it go out there?
I see their problem. I don't know. It was tough. Nothing happened. They seem like
Okay,
they've calmed
good.
down, but
I was worried sick about you. That meant a lot that you went out there. Thank you so much, Dwayne.
yeah, no problem. Yeah.
Oh, I'm
Get
feeling
away from the
lost.
kitchen. Get out of the kitchen. Why are you guys back here?
Like against health violations, we can't have customers in the
I'm
kitchen.
wearing shoes for Cruz.
Okay, you're admitted. Okay, you're admitted. What are your feet? You're barefoot? You have to leave the restaurant, sir. No shoes, no shirt, no service.
You know that part in Batman Begins where he says you lose heat from your chest when it's him and Liam Neeson. My feet are fine, baby.
Okay, so you guys have been dating outside of the relationship a little bit. How's that been going?
Well, she met someone on Field, and we kind of had our own little date night. That
Yeah.
night.
Oh, you did?
Hmm.
At the restaurant next door. We were craving
Wow.
sushi.
Okay, so it sounds like there's some missing communication here. It sounds like we knew about one of the dates, but there's a surprise date. How does that make you feel?
Oh, blindsided. Absolutely blindsided. They
Right.
know how much I like sushi. I wouldn't have
Okay.
gone on the date.
Yes, you would have.
Look what you do to her.
What are we supposed to do? Not eat? Just because you're on a date, we're supposed to not eat?
She was starving.
I was starving, and I just needed some monkey.
Do not try to jump in, Sean, like some white knight. Quit.
God, stop bringing up his race. You know he's sensitive about being white.
Well,
It's like a cross that I have to bear every time, and
I
I've
get it, babe.
apologized
Don't
for it.
do
There's
this
nothing
to
I can do
us.
I get it,
about it.
babe.
please,
Don't do this to
Dr.
us.
Weiss,
No.
please.
There's been a real anti-white movement in this relationship.
Well, then stop saying you're an army brat and that you're ESL. It's so upsetting.
She said she was an NFM. What is that? Or a NP? What? NMNT? And
Yeah, you're talking about the Myers-Briggs
She's an
personality
EMT.
and
No, you're talking
That's
about
how we
emergency
met.
medical
I'm a
technicians.
nurse, and she's an emergency medical technician.
home.
Okay.
Sean.
Things have gotten off the rails again a little bit. Why don't we go back to how your date went? Obviously, you're upset that they went on a separate date. It sounds like that should have been something that was communicated, especially if you're going to the place right next door. Hopefully, you weren't spying or anything.
No, I would never do that. But more importantly, who have you been seeing, Dr. Weiss? I gotta know who's getting that fire D. I gotta know.
We know the D is fire, Dr.
Hey,
Weiss.
Dr. Weiss, I've seen that snake. I've seen the outline of the snake. Oh,
Is this something you guys talk about in your relationship?
We do. Yeah, Sean and I do.
I had no idea.
Well, nobody has any idea. To be clear,
When did you see his big snake?
Nobody has.
I mean, it's right there.
I could tell. I hung out outside the office on one of our off days, and his pants weren't as tight. He wears tight pants on purpose to show it off to us, I think.
Wow.
Dr. Weiss,
That's quite a story. That's quite a story.
I'm feeling like a little left out and like the equilibrium's off. So like, could you just stand up so I could also take a look? Because I just feel really left out right now that everyone has seen the snake but me.
Well, I hope you don't think that I've been doing this for them at all. They've been
but they've
being weird.
seen it, whether you intended to or not. So I just feel like I'm always going to feel deficient in this relationship if I don't get a look.
That's
I can't
interesting.
stand seeing her this way. Please show her the snake. It's breaking her heart.
Please, Dr. Weiss.
Okay, I'll stand up for 5 seconds. Okay, and I'll do a 360.
No, it's not in the back. You don't have to turn around.
Well, I've just given you all the angles here. Just giving you
Yeah,
all
we
the
don't want to see
angles.
all that meat in the back. We want the front.
And maybe
I shouldn't even be doing this. Let's get back to you guys.
But you're
please.
wearing
Why are
pleated pants, so maybe if you could just pull them flat so I can get
Pull
a
them
good
flat,
look.
Dr. Weiss.
I wear pleated
Dr.
pants to be
Weiss.
professional.
You look what you're doing to her. Please, I can't stand seeing her this way.
Okay. Let's reorient back
Hold
to
the
you guys.
pleats.
All right,
lay them
fine. I will
flat.
flatten my pants. They're just simple. Look
Oh,
there.
Okay. I
Nothing
see it.
crazy.
I think is that there's nothing in your pockets, right?
Nope.
Okay.
Okay, so 2 people
Thanks.
whistling and 1 person can't see anything. Okay. Normally, I don't
My
get
laser
insecure in
didn't
these sessions
take.
because I know they're not about me. But I'd like to redirect back to the throuple.
Dick blindness, is that in the DSM-4 or anything like that? Is there something in her brain?
I'd like to
Emotionally.
redirect. That's interesting that you're trying to say dick blindness. Is
Yeah.
that something that you,
You
have
feel
dealt
insecure or something? Because
Do
I
you feel
also
like-
like women.
Why is this on me? I'm totally normal and stable in this relationship. I'm fine. I have no I have no self-conscious about what's going on down there.
with? I've heard you say that a lot. I'm normal and fine. What does that mean to be fine?
I never say when they're pissing me off or making me upset or hurting me or anything like that.
Do you not feel like you're able to? Do you feel like that's off limits?
Oh, what's the point?
Well, the point is that you share how you feel, and then your partners have a chance to know and change their behavior or deal with it or just know you.
This motherfucker hasn't blinked once. You see this dog over here?
Seems like
All day. And I watched last week too.
He's not a motherfucker.
Oh my gosh, I
That's
thought
my
it was
dog.
a statue.
That's my dog, Whiskey.
That's a cute name. What's that based on? What inspired that?
yeah, what could that be?
Well, his coat is sort of nice brindley brown, and it sort of looked like whiskey, and we thought that might be fun.
What about Christy Brindley?
No, I'm not changing my dog's
Well,
name.
My
that's
Christy
really
Brinkley.
funny. That's really
Yeah, no, we got it.
Oh my
We
god,
got
that's
it immediately.
It feels good
cute.
to laugh together.
Oh my
Yes,
God,
it
we're
does.
cured.
Wow, the
Feels
dog did more than
good.
you did, Dr. Weiss.
I'd
don't
like to Venmo Brindley over here. Is that at
It's
Brindley?
Whiskey.
Wispy Brindley.
The dog's name is Whiskey. It has a brindle pattern on its coat.
Folks, that's the show. A therapeutic episode of the Man Dog Pod.
Very cathartic.
Very, very
All of our
Relatable.
demons processed. Yes, for sure.
Punam, is there anything you would like to promote? Where can people find you?
I'm only on Instagram at Big Punam, BIGPUNAM, and I'd like to promote everyone having a nice time.
Love that.
Wow.
That's really good. That's a great promotion.
Everyone just do your thing, you
Mhm.
know?
Wow. Cool.
Mary.
Guess I'd love to amplify that. Wow.
nice times.
Yeah, this summer, pump it up. I have an Instagram account at Merrill Swan, but I'm not on it. I haven't been on it
That's
in
the
3
most
years.
the most common plug we get on that show.
Oh,
is,
really?
I'm on this account and you'll never see me post anything.
Well, actually, you can find Dan and I on Hey Randy on CBB World.
That's right.
So
Get on
funny.
the CBB World paywall for those episodes. Ryan?
Not too much. I think thanks to Trenton for editing the episode, Annie Wu for our logo, and Casey Trailer for our lovely theme song. Thanks to our guests for being here today. Everybody at home listening. Anything else?
Party on.
Party on.
Thanks, y'all.
Bye. What's up, Man Dog Pod listeners? Thank you so much for tuning in to today's free episode. If you want to hear the full episode, it's available over on our Patreon, patreon.com/you'rethemanNowDog. We've got full episode audio and video for everything we've done, a huge archive of tons of fun stuff with all your favorite comedians. Check it out today. Once again, that's patreon.com/you'rethemanNowDog. Thanks so much, and have a great day.